Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So in this live, we are going to see all of the keywords available in a MS SQL server. So I'm sharing my screen. Yeah, I have shared my screen. Let's see what are the available keywords in a MS SQL. So here, first we'll see the data definition language, DDL. So see, these are the keyword create, alter, and drop, and truncate, and rename, and use, and go. Let's see. So create is used to create a new database objects like tables, views, and procedures, and triggers, etc. Like so, and alter is modifies an existing object, and drop is used to delete an object from database. So and truncate removes all the rows from a table. It is faster than delete. Okay, what is the renames an existing object. Uh, Not directly in a MS SQL, but we can use like this. This is a predefined a built-in stored procedure SP and rename. You can give the your SP name, older name, and newer name. So and use switches the database context, and go batches the batch separator. So used in a SQL Server Management Studio. So let's see. First, we'll go one by one. So I'm here coming here. Let's play new, and yeah, I'm opening the new query window. Okay. So here, initially it was master. So I already previously opened because of I selected that employee DB. So whatever previous database is there, I'm dropping the database using the drop keyword. Drop database. Database name is employee DB. Okay, I'm dropping that. It is executing. Oh, cannot drop the database employee DB because it's currently in use. Okay, it is used here. So here it is used, right? So we are using. So switch the database. uh, I'm switching the database to the master, and here also another query window. Also it is, I'm using the employee DB, so I'm switching here to the master. Okay, so nowhere we are using now. So I'm coming here and dropping the, again I'm executing the query, drop the database. So now you are able to see here nothing. Oh, it's little bit hanging. Yeah. Let me close this window. Close this. Okay, close this window, this window. Uh, okay, now I'm freshly open the new query window. You can see here. So here database is not available, that employee DB. So first keyword is create, right? So I'm creating a database database employee DB. So using this command, I'm uh, creating in a database which is an employee DB. Now before that, you can check here that in a databases, this is my MS SQL server. So this is my databases. So here already I have the EMP and relationship database. So I don't have this employee DB. So create first. So I'm clicking done. So created. Now our employee DB database is created. Refresh. Okay. Select the database and then refresh. Now you will able to see here employee DB, right? Same like create a table. Create table table name whatever you can take. I'm taking here employee. So employee, I have already written some queries. Let me take that. So here you can see taking this, control copy. These are the columns. So here structure is like employee, whatever your column, like say column one, and the data type, your data type. So data type and constraint, you're adding any constraint like a primary key and a foreign key, like that. So we can use here column 2 and same like data type, same like data type. Yes. So here coming, I'm clearing this. So your understanding purpose I wrote there, and now I'm entering employee ID. So int is in a data type, and identity means it is auto increment. So we don't require to uh, add the employee ID every time. So it will auto increment. So in a identity, in a bracket, I'm taking that 1 to 1. So it will start with this one. See here, 1 and 1. It will start from the one only. And the primary key, I'm taking the employee ID as a primary key. And I'm just taking the first name only, first name and last name. I'm taking this much only, and I'm removing this and just execute. So now you are able to create one table. So right in your database, you're able to see here tables. Okay, I need to refresh this. Now you will able to see here tables. Employee DB, right? So first refresh the database and coming to the employee DB. Let me check again. Okay, sorry. It was created employee table in a master DB. We are not used our employee DB. So you will able to found that in a master DB. So system databases. It is created on the system databases. So here you can see it is created under the system databases. So here, so let it to be. We'll switch that. Switch the database using the use keyword. So here we are using the another keyword. uh, you can see here, use keyword. What use keyword is using? Switches the database context. So switching the database here. So database name, use employee DB. So I'm executing. So it is coming here, employee DB, right? So now you can create table under the employee DB. So I have created. So here you can see in a employee DB, under the employee DB, you will able to see the table employee. So you are able to see the employee table. Now select star from employee. So see employee. So employee ID, first name and last name. These are the. Uh, so I'll explain these select and all the keywords. Let's see. So we have created database and we have created the table. So uh, so as per the documentation, you can see here, creates a new database objects like in a table, view, procedure. Let's create one procedure and view. Let's create. So what are the all the what is the procedure and what is the view and what is the trigger? So I'll explain. Create. I'm creating simply uh, procedure. So to create an store procedure, we need to use this keyword procedure. Just mention prop as well. Procedure name like an insert employee or add employee. No. So we can select employees like all employees, like whatever name you whatever uh, you can take. So employee details, I'll creating in a store procedure using the name like an employee details as begin, and I'm just using the simple select query here. Select the star from employee table and and so um, I'm creating in a simple store procedure. So creating a store procedure in a real world examples, it's better to use SSP. So store procedure like that. This is a naming convention we can use. So we can also pass the parameters like input and output, like this input output parameters, so that all the different topics I'll explain. So here we are using the create keyword, right? So I executed. So command completed successfully. So you can see here in a employee DB only, under the employee DB, store procedures are stored in a programmability folder. So you can see here store procedures. So I have created which store procedure, this one, right? SSP employee details. This is in a store procedure. Store procedure, nothing but it is in a pre-compiled block of code which can be executed by of its name. So I have created this is in a store procedure. So I have created a store procedure. This is in a store procedure, right? This is in a store procedure. This is in a store procedure. Yes, right. So forgot about this, and this is in a store procedure. I have created a store procedure. How you will call that store procedure? Using executing execute, execute store procedure name SSP. Already here came, so you can see. So it has in a store procedure what we mentioned only select query, select query. So every time you are writing this select query, you can use this store procedure, and like it is a code reusability. So I'm executing here. You can see same functionality it is giving. Same thing. For example, I'm again I'm taking here control P and V. So it, and this time we need to do the alter. So it's modifying, right? Store procedure. Let me show you how we need to alter the store procedure. I'll explain you later. So this is fine, right? The what is a store procedure, and you know, right? So I'll explain. So after that, we need to create a view. View. Create a view and view name. View name is like an employee view. You can mention same thing as begin end. So here our code. Just our code. It is similar like in a store procedure, but it only having the select the statements, and it um, only select statements, and it is like in a view is like in a, for example, you have an A table and B table. So without creating a C table like in a physical table, you can use like you want it. For example, you're having in a employee ID and employee details, and other like in a other details, like so in a like first name and last name. So B table you have an employee address and uh, employee salary, and all the things are there. Employee email ID, and all the things are there. So for example, you don't want it to show the salary, you don't want it to show the uh, employee ID related things. You just wanted to show only the employee name and employee email ID, and a few columns you need to show. That at the time, what will we do, right? So we can create in a view. So that view is created in a one. Uh, it's like in a virtual table. So we can use multiple tables you can use, like for example, I'm taking a select star from we can use inner join and left join and right join. That the joins is different. So yeah, this is also you can we'll see later. So okay, what's happening? Mhm. Employee view. is giving an error. Let me check once what it is saying. Okay, to create a view here, no required this begin and end. Remove this and remove this. Okay, it is getting view must be on this. Okay, let me execute. Okay, the view is created now. See the where views are stored here. See in a views folder. In a under the database, you have the views folder and programmability folder and tables folder. So views and programmability. In a programmability stored procedure, we can use the stored procedure, and in a views folder we can use the views. So where we are use the triggers, so triggers also there. These are the four main important points. So triggers are created on the table name. So for here in the table, you place button, you can see here you are able to see the triggers. So these are the triggers. What will do triggers actually what will do, right? So for example, uh, in a company, there is an HR department. So multiple applications is coming. So whenever the application is came, so they needs to send one email to the uh, uh, applicant that uh, we are reviewing your application. Not yeah, like that. So whenever the details of whenever applicant is enter the details into the company database, so company database have the one main table, right? On that main table we are creating in a triggers. So if this id is already if this id is created one id, so one applicant is came for that. So this is a so manually HR will not send, right, everywhere, like every email. So hundred and thousands of applicants is applications are came. So that time we use the triggers like uh, that will whenever on the main table any action is performed. In a main table any action is performed, at that time the trigger will in a trigger we write in a logic for update and delete. uh, Whenever you use whenever any performance any action is performed, so what according to that code will mm, triggers will work. I'll explain that in a later. So yeah, we can see view is created and store procedure also created and view is also created and triggers also create. Now coming to create trigger. Same thing, to create a trigger, same way we can create the triggers as well. So yeah, create here, create trigger, trigger name, whatever your trigger you wanted to. You can use like a trigger name like in a employee insert, employee insert or employee, uh, employee something you can mention here. I'm here taking an employee trigger, and on which table we are creating on the trigger, on which table we are creating, employee table, employee 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 table, right? So after 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 what you are doing, insert, update or delete, you're doing, right, any perform. So I'm here only for insert. You can use update and delete and okay, insert and update and delete. So any action is performed on the employee table, like insert, update and delete, so trigger will call, automatically trigger will call. So as begin, sorry, begin and end. Here you can write the trigger logic in between. So I can write like in a, if this operation is performed, then another table is there. On the table data will be uh, deleted, like use whatever the condition. So I'm executing here. Um, incorrect syntax and go. So, mhm. So I'll take here simple print on employee trigger is called, employee trigger is called. So I'm executing this. So trigger is created. So what I uh, created here, right? On insert, on update, and on delete, this print will be called. Whatever logic I just wrote this small simple logic. So let's see. This is all about create keyword. So create, right? So we'll see in a data manipulation language. So select, insert, update and delete and merge and output. So we'll select what select will do, right? Retrieves the data from one or more tables. So what insert will do, adds the new data, new rows to the new rows to a table. And update modifies the existing data, like that. So and delete removes the rows from the table, and merge combines insert and update and these all the statements. So output, it is in a keyword, returns in a returns value from insert, update, delete, like this. So let's see, wait a second. Yeah, let's see here. Coming to insert what we'll do. Okay, so I have created triggers and stored procedure and views and all right. So I'm inserting some data into the table. So I'm inserting one record. So insert into employee first name and last name. So we have initially what we have to do, right? Employee ID, integer, and identity, and it is in a primary key, right? So here, so primary key, it is in a already auto increment, right? So we don't require to use that here. So I'm removing this already. I have these columns, so I have removed, and here in a values, what I will do, I'll remove all these, and you can see now I have taken first name and last name. I didn't taken that primary key. I didn't take an employee ID because it is in a primary key and it is an auto increment from one to this, from one. So now my employee ID will be one. So I'm executing here. See, one row is affected. So on insert, my trigger is called. See here, employee trigger is called. So I just wrote here print. Print is nothing but it is prints here the message. So here we can see one row is affected and also employee trigger is called, right? Let's go and select, say, select star from employee. You can see here, see, employee ID is 1 because it is an auto incremented. So now I'm inserting another row like Ram and A. Last first name is in a Ram and last name is A. So I'm inserting again trigger will call, right? See here, you can see employee trigger is called, right? So select the star from. So you can see employee ID is 2. So why it is true? Why it is 2, right? So in an identity we have taken 1. So what is the increment 1? So 1 plus 1 2, and 2 plus 1 3, like that it will auto incremented. So if you take in here 2, it will take like in a 1 and 3 and 6, like that 5, like that incremented 2 2. Yeah. And next, coming to, so you have seen, right? So it is in a select statement is completed and the insert statement is also completed. So we need to update is, so let's see. So insert, select and insert and update also completed. So what is the update, sorry, we need to do updation. So here we cannot update this employee ID because it is in a primary key. So we can update the first name and last name. So using the update keyword, update set keyword is there. So set update, which table you are updating, employee table, updating the employee table. And in an employee table, set first name, first name is equal to, here it is a John, right? So you can set like an uh, Modi, like Narendra Modi. First name is Narendra. So first name is Narendra from table employee. Where condition? You can mention where condition. Where if you update this one like if you execute this only, so here it is in a there is no where condition, so it will update for all the records. So first name and first name all here, let me show you are updated here. So two records are updated, you can see here. So what it is updated, Narendra and Narendra. So so put a where condition, and where employee id is equal to 1. So only when it is an employee id is equal to 1, then update like in John. Now I am updating the again, and again I'm updating. It's updated, one row is affected. Okay, now you can able to see here. So here see John is updated, John Day. Narendra A is shown now. So this way we can use the update keyword. And update, insert and select is completed, right? Select, insert and update. And what is the next? Next is a delete. So you wanted to delete a row from a table, so here same thing, delete, delete, uh, delete, um, delete from employee, delete from employee, put the where condition. So I'm deleting the employee id 2. So deleted. So one row is deleted. Did you observe that? So on deleting also I'm printing here employee trigger is called. So you can see here trigger on delete, update and insert this way. So if I remove this, that is also fine. I'll explain you later that. So I have deleted and I'm selecting the this one. You can see 1, 2. Only 1 is there. 2 is not there, right? So coming to the other keywords. So this merge and output is used in a store procedure. I'll explain that later. And uh, coming to here, right? Alter. I need to explain that alter, right? I'll explain that alter. So alter we can use DML. It is a data structure, right? It is so alter, delete, alter and update. What is the difference between alter and update? So difference between alter and update. In alter, you can see it is in a data structure. It is in a data operations. It is performed on the rows. Update modifies the existing data. It is modify this existing object. It is modifies the data. It is update the existing object. So you can see here. So now we have seen the update, right? We need to see the alter. Alter column name. You wanted to alter the column name. So for example, here you don't wanted to last name. Last name, um, you wanted to add some other name. So you're altering the table, right? Alter table. Table name is an employee. Add. Add is a keyword. Add column. Column. Add column name. Column name is an email. So we don't record this column name, right? Okay, email and data type. Data type is varchar 20. Varchar is an also keyword. Varchar 20. So I'm altering the table. So now it is altered the table. See here, email for the first employee it is null because we didn't enter any data. So for that I'm updating that email email is equal to john@gmail.com. Non-row is affected. Trigger is also called see employee, right? Updated John and D and email also updated. This is an alter. And what drop and truncate, right? See what is a truncate. So here we have only one table, right? Truncate means deleting all the rows. Delete means what is the difference between in an interview they'll ask like in a drop and delete and a truncate. What is the difference between a drop and truncate and delete? So the message is that the drop is used to drop the entire table, and truncate it will delete the entire data, entire rows in a table, and delete it's only deleting the one row. So I'll explain you. So I have this employee table, right? So in an employee table I'm inserting another row. So now we have seen two rows, right? So I'm truncating table, truncate table, table name employee. Simple, all data will gone. See here you can see all the rows is deleted, right? This is the truncate. What is the rename? Okay, rename is used on the rename, right? So I wanted to rename my employee table name. So how will you rename that? So to rename my employee table name, so sp rename. So this is an already existing stored procedure, right? I have said execute sp rename. See here you can see object name, new name, and give the name you wanted to change that employee to employee details. I'm changing my table to the employee details. Now see here. Now this is the table employee, right? So I'm executing. Incorrect syntax. Okay. Okay. Comma. Here you need to put a comma. So executed. So changing any part of an object name could break script and store procedure. So I have used this employee table name everywhere, right? In a store procedure and triggers and everywhere. So that will affect. So we don't use this, usually we don't use. So I'm just uh, um, on an educational purpose only I'm showing here. See here, tables, you can see table is right. You can see here all the trigger also there, right? Employee trigger. In an employee trigger I'm modifying here this employee trigger. See here, when you modify, when you click here, it is stored in a trigger, right, in a database. So modify here script as alter and create or drop. So it will generate the script in a SQL. So it will auto generate the script. This is an employee trigger. This is an trigger name. Here we can change employee trigger name to other name, like, so as mentioned, employee employee info. I have altering the name, email object name. Okay, okay. Altering the name is not possible, I think. Altering here, you can see called. Yeah, you can alter from here, and again I'm writing in another thing. Print employee employee details trigger. So I'm altering here. So command is completed successfully. So whenever you're trying to insert a data into this table, so it will show it will print the uh, column. So here I need to details, right, and inserting. I'm trying to insert. So you can see one row is affected and trigger also called employee details. Trigger is called. Okay, this way we can use. So use also, this is in a go with nothing but and batch splitter. So what is a batch separator means? So here I put in a go. So, and here put in a go batch separation. This will execute and this will execute separately, like that, like this. So we can see the trigger only. I'll show you the update. You can see here, go and go and go and go. This is separating that back. Like, it is not that much. It is not that much important. Okay, and so this keyword is completed, right? uh, Data definition language drop also completed, and so here update and merge we need to see, and query, data query and filtering the joins. Let's see how it will so for this I'll put in a I'll take some break, and I will came back. Okay, thank you for watching. Yeah.